and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. Today we're going to be playing episode 5 of the Larkspur sequence. It's the name of this campaign. I'm going to go around the cast and crew, and we're going to apparently start with me, because that's what it says here for me. But I am Madam Answer. I am the game master for this campaign, and I'm going to bring it on over to Sheepy.
Hello, I'm Sheepdog. I play Jack Fantastic. Nice to see you again.
Wow, great. That was really great. This is what he does to me every single time. All right, let's go to Scraticus.
Who are you playing?
Yeah,
Jack Fantastic.
Anybody said that?
Who is he? Who is she?
Who is she?
Nice,
Jack
okay.
Fantastic is a what's it called? I can't think of the word.
Stunt actor?
Stunt double. Yes, stunt double for Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh my god.
We're
This
doing
is how
great,
today's
guys.
gonna be, guys. Starting off strong.
Quality.
All right, Scraticus. Who are you and who you play on this show?
Oh, hi, you guys. I'm Scraticus, and I play lots of D&D, and today I'm playing City of Mist, and today I'm playing Dr. Hezekiah Shaw, who is the creepy one, I think it's safe to say. And at the end of the last episode, he got sort of black-bagged. Sort of, kind of.
Yep. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it.
That's very much where my mind is right now, like black bag on head.
All right. Imperator.
Man, I've discovered something in the last 2 weeks is that apparently no one actually knows how to pronounce Imperator. No one knows how to pronounce it. It's okay. You're not the first.
Won't be the last either, I can guarantee you that.
Probably not. No. I am Imperator Pengu. I will be playing Shiyu, the super awesome, super extra K-pop boy of the group. Comes from a wealthy, affluent family. Black sheep of the family, though. So, that doesn't always work in his favor. And he's probably gonna be answering some real tough questions for himself in the next episode or two. So I'm excited to see where that goes.
Nice. And of course, last but not least, Anna.
Hello, I'm going to play Lena Ridley. She is a coffee shop owner, small business owner. Shout out to everybody that owns a small business. And yeah, that's it. That's all you get.
Stay tuned to learn more. All right, so before we begin today's show, we're going to be kind of going over what Encounter Roleplay is sponsored by. So Fantasy Grounds, which is the tabletop, virtual tabletop that we're using for all of our campaigns in this season. All the maps and the roles you see tonight are using it. And you can also try it for free if you go to fantasygrounds.com. Finally, you can get all the miniatures from Wayland Games. If you go to waylandgames.co.uk, you can get yourself a huge range of D&D Warhammer 40k minis for 20% off. And you can use ! sponsor in chat and provide all the relevant links. So if you want to, anybody of the mods wants to do that for us. And of course, you can interact with today's game by doing all the fun stuff like contributing bits and donations. If you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. When we hit 20 followers, you get a viewer decision and get to decide something which happens in our game. Follow for that. And then same goes for retweets. When we hit 20 retweets on this tweet, you already got it. Anna's all over it. We'll have another viewer decision. So of course you can donate to affect the game by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, or worse, depending. !donate. And without further ado, I will begin our recap of last episode. Also, I just noticed the picture of Will in on the screen. That's fantastic. All right, so last episode, our crew got all over the place kind of, but the most important encounter that they did have, which revealed quite a bit of information finally for their investigation, was at the watchmaker's shop. Aaron Rosenberg is the man that they met, who is the proprietor of said watchmaker's shop. And they brought over the stopwatch that Lena found in the alleyway of the original crime scene. And they discovered that it was at least made a long time ago by somebody for custom purposes, possibly a family heirloom of some kind. And after additional inspection, Aaron revealed that the watch was definitely not made by them, as it had an inscription that was different from what he normally uses. In the process of all of that, Jack Fantastic kept hearing strange Morse code coming from a watch in the shop. And when he went over to it, he kind of kept a track of what the Morse code said, and later revealed that it was just saying the hourglass. So he has a strange clue that he's not quite sure what it means. And as our crew was leaving the watchmaker's shop after very strange encounters with Aaron specifically, kind of given everybody, except for Dr. Shaw, the heebie-jeebies, so to speak, they were on their way out, and Lena bumped into a mirror which fell to the ground and shattered. She very quickly sleight of hand part of this mirror into her bag, and as they were leaving, they all kind of went their separate ways. Lena and Gibbs went off to go get some food, as everybody else kind of went back to their homes. Dr. Shaw was almost home, but all of a sudden he found himself in a not so great situation. I guess kidnapping would probably be the closest word to use on this one, and I'm very excited to see what happens with that. Shiyu had a little bit of a different encounter where he received a note, and that one said, what was it? Help me out here. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. And it was a random note with no other indicators of where it was from or if it was actually meant for Shiyu, but he assumes that it was, since it was left for him on his desk. And of course, the interesting thing that happened there with Gibbs and Lena, when Lena kind of revealed to Gibbs the information that she grabbed a piece of this mirror, this fragment, as they were both looking into it, they noticed that there was a ripple change and they could actually see back into the watchmaker's shop. And so we will go ahead and start off our episode with Dr. Shaw in response to being manhandled into a vehicle with a bag over his head.
So, I suppose, how far through the proceedings are we? Has the bag just come over Shaw's head?
Yeah, so basically you get the bag over your head and you can feel the grip of two hands around your shoulders pulling you back, and you can hear the car that's got the muffler going. You can kind of hear like a car is on and you're being pulled into the vehicle, or towards it at least. And let me know if you need help on figuring out what moves to use if you're going to be resisting this attempt.
I'm trying to decide whether Shaw would resist or not. I've literally do you know what? Yeah, I don't think he'd be comfortable surrendering the control of the situation like that, so he will almost certainly fight back. However, this is going to trigger a few of his weaknesses, definitely.
Yes, most definitely. So with that said, what you can do is something called face danger. It's your ability to avoid something. So like resisting or trying to get away kind of deal. So you could do that. Or alternatively, if you want to go a little bit more aggressive, you could hit them with all you've got and like physically lash out back towards them.
I think Dr. Hezekiah's hand dips into his pocket where he carries his trusty scalpel, and he's gonna hit him with all he's got.
Okay, sounds good. So let me know which one of those, like which tags you're gonna use for that.
To his advantage, I'm going to use my medical kit because I have sharp implements in my pocket. Self-sufficient because I'm not with my party and I can handle this. I don't need them.
Definitely.
And I'm very determined to do that, so I'm going to use Grim Determination as well. And lastly, I'm going to use my Dangerous tag.
Okay, I like it.
However, this will trigger probably nightmares and flashbacks and possibly mental breakdown. Possibly.
I'll definitely take the first one. The second one, maybe. I mean, if you feel like that's appropriate, you're more than welcome to take it. But I'm going to be giving you another status because of you're overwhelmed currently. So you're going to take a tier 2 status.
Okay. Maybe I'll just go with nightmares and flashbacks and we'll see what happens.
So that's a power tag of 2, I think.
Sorry, modify.
Yeah, so it would be the 2d6 plus 2.
Plus 2.
Okay, that's a really good roll. So, okay, so you gonna describe to me exactly what Shaw does in response to being grabbed like this.
Well, despite being a medical man, he is military trained. So in response to the black bag coming over his head, he's going to grab the hands on his shoulders, duck down and forwards, throwing the person over his shoulder, and then stand up with scalpel in hand, removing the black bag.
Okay. Yeah, so do you actually do anything with the scalpel?
Not yet. I'll just put them down first of all.
Okay.
To show them that I'm capable and dangerous.
Okay, perfect. So on a 10 or more, you will achieve your goal, and then also you can get them good. In this case, because you're pulling this person up and over you, he'll take a negative status of prone, essentially, so that he needs to get back up if he wants to attack you. So yeah, as you pull the bag off of your head, they appear to be kind of like thugs, 2 large men, not very descript, like you haven't really seen them around, but definitely reminds you of one of the gangs that you've worked with before. They have like leather jackets on, a little bit biker-ish style.
Now, gentlemen, if someone wants to see me, that is no way to say hello, to invite me to a meeting. He's not lowering his defenses. He's very much scalpel in hand, hands ready.
Okay. The man behind you that's kind of been like pushed back, he kind of like essentially elbowed him out of the way to get out of his grip, says this is not a negotiation.
And who are you to be the judge of that, may I ask?
We're just here following orders. You can get in the car, or we can knock you out and pull you into the car.
There now, see? Asking wasn't too difficult, was it?
It's not a request.
So you think. And Dr. Shaw will go and get into the car.
Okay. The guy gets up off the ground, picks up the bag, and hands it to you insistently.
So you don't wish me to see where we're going?
He just kind of stares back at you, like, very much assuming you already know what to do here.
And he'll take the black bag, and now that he's doing it, he doesn't feel so bad about it. He's gonna put the black bag on his head and say, "Fair enough. I hope you're not too sore."
I'll be fine. And he sits down next to you. So you got these 2 guys and then the driver. and he closes the door, and they take off. So I will allow you, if you would like, you can do an investigation roll using your like hearing if you want, to see if you can figure out, or like whatever other processes you might use, being military, if you can kind of figure out how far the vehicle is going based on how fast it feels, etc. That kind of deal. It'll be hard to do, but if you wanted to investigate to do that, you can.
No, I think I think he'll respect the fact that the people don't want him to know where he's going.
Okay.
So he'll probably try and maybe instead figure out more about the people around him, if that's possible.
Okay. Yeah.
See if anyone's breathing heavy, if anyone's feeling a little weak. Maybe it's their first time or they're new to this.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll give you the obvious stuff, and then if you want to do a roll, letting me know what power tags, you can do that as well. The car smells like cigarettes. They've definitely been smoking in here. If you had to guess, it's definitely not a stale smell. It's very fresh. Possibly somebody currently smoking. You're not really sure because you can't see, but definitely that like very in your face cigarette smoke that you get right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. You know, they're terribly bad for your health.
You get no response.
So I want to try something here. I'm still figuring out how the whole Mythos power thing works.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to make the silence extend awkwardly, and you know when silence is loud, and I want to give everyone in this van real creeping anxiety.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I changed the game, I think. That would be like probably a story tag if you were able to do that.
So what do I need to do with that?
Power tags. Select your power tags and any relevant weaknesses.
Okay, so just roll like normal, yeah? Okay,
Yeah,
so I'll just go for the fearsome tag, the creep people out tag, and the install creeping anxiety tag. And I'll use the weakness tag, tease and taunt victims.
Of course. Okay, so that's a +2 to your roll. Okay, nice. That is a success. So to change the game, you can do one of the following options. This is a juice. You get a 1-to-1 on this, so you'll get a 2 juice to apply to either of these effects. Either you can create a story tag, you can burn a power tag or a story tag of theirs, or you can give or reduce a status. So 1 tier per point of juice. So you can instill a status of like anxiety or uncomfortable, etc., that kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe anxiety, maybe fear or dread. That'd be definitely the thing I'd go for.
Okay.
I want them all to be scared of me.
Scared of you? Okay. Do you want to do a scared or like dread? I feel like dread is a pretty good adjective. But...
Good. Dread's
Okay.
good.
All right, let me write it down so I don't forget. So that's going to be a tier 2 status of dread. Okay, cool. So you kind of get this. So you do this. Is there anything that happens with Shaw when he's kind of concentrating on this implementation of dread?
I imagine even through the black bag, just like the way he holds himself and the knife that he's still so casually fingering, perhaps even rubbing so that it cuts his finger, will sort of convey some of it. But perhaps if there is any mist around, it could be like those black tendrils that surrounded his mythos when he was using them. If there is, I never read of that. Maybe the smoke goes like dark around him.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah, so you basically the guy that's smoking exhales, and in a brief second he kind of looks at the smoke as it's rising across his face in front of him, and it's almost got this dark gray black tint to it. He kind of shakes it off, but immediately after this happens, you get that sense of like the people around you are like it's if you were feeding off of this energy, it would definitely be that fear and dread and anxiety around you. So we're gonna switch over to another scene, unless you want to do anything else while you are here in the car.
No. I'll let that nice long silence just hang in a gentle cadence.
Okay, perfect. Let's swing on over to Shiyu, who's got this note that he's got in front of him.
Okay. I feel like Dr. Shaw's in one of those moments where it's like, I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me. So much. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember. This was he got the note when he got home? Or was it at his office?
It was like waiting. It was like slipped under his door.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So she looks at this and clearly whoever left this note doesn't know Shiyu very well. Because he's been told not to do a lot of things in his life, and what has he done but ran the other way and did it. So, for the most part. And it's just a handwritten note. Is there anything else I can tell about it, or?
The paper's kind of like not like it was completely crumpled up, but it's not like a clean sheet of paper.
Okay.
Like scrap paper kind of deal.
Yeah. And about what time is it at this point? Like evening?
I think it's like 7 or 8 at this point, if I'm not
7 or
mistaken.
8.
If anybody remembers what time we said we were. Probably like closer to 7, I think.
Yeah, because some people were going to get dinner.
Right.
Then, okay. Shiyu will like see if his roommate is around. Zari. He's like, Zari, you around? You still at work? Probably
You
still
get
at
no
work.
immediate answer.
Yeah. He's like, oh, she's probably still at work. She tends to work really late. She runs most of the business end of the Dumpling Foundation. He is, it certainly, like, it certainly makes him uncomfortable thinking someone knows where he lives and has just left this note here. I think he'll go and I think he'll do a search of the apartment just to make sure there's like nothing else out of place, or out on the balcony, make sure no one's like creeping on him.
Yeah, okay. I don't really think you don't need to roll for that, but if you're looking for specific clues, you could do an investigate.
Okay. Let's do that. I don't know if many of my abilities help me here with investigating my own room.
Okay.
I guess I don't know, sheer determination I guess that's like the only thing I could think that would help here.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to add any weakness tags to that, but
It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't see anything right now. I can see some things coming up in the future, but not at the moment. Not for this.
Yeah, just plus 1. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a really good one. So you get 1 clue, and it's basically, if you want to ask me a very specific question, I'll give you a true answer.
Okay. Does it look like anything's been disturbed here? in the?
No. It looks
Okay.
like it was definitely, if the person that delivered this note definitely did not go into your place.
Okay, so they respect boundaries. Okay, to a certain degree. I think she at this point is gonna. I think he's gonna call Lena.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bring. And he's like, so I got this note that was left under my door here. Said to leave it alone. Has anything weird happened to you tonight or anything?
And did I also get that note, or?
No, but you and Gibbs had this mirror fragment that you saw the watchmaker
Okay.
shop from.
Okay. No, I didn't get anything. Is there anything else in the note?
Nope. Just says to leave it alone.
Do you think they're talking about what we're investigating?
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I haven't really taken on too many clients lately for it to be something else. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely not leaving this alone now. Like, I'm just saying. Like clearly, someone wants Hopper's death to go unnoticed, and I was actually, wasn't sure whether or not, it was our place to figure this out. I mean, but now for sure, we're doing this.
I think we've gone too deep to not look into this. So
Yeah, probably.
I would just suggest to maybe just lock yourself, lock all your windows, all your doors, and we'll meet up in the morning. Is it nighttime? Am I just assuming?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
No, it's nighttime. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We can meet
all right,
tomorrow
and then-
at the Mist.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's our general meeting place in the mornings. I may be a few minutes late because I should probably swing by work. Sorry, he's probably really mad at me. I know it's been like 3 days since I've been in. But yeah, I'll catch up with you in the morning. I'm just gonna check in with Jack as well. Make sure he's doing okay.
Yeah, let me know if there's anything fishy going on or you feel like somebody's following you. Definitely call us, or I mean, I would say the cops, but I don't think we could trust them right now.
Sounds good. And then I'll catch you in the morning.
I already hung up on you. I'm just kidding.
Okay. And then I'll call Jack because I have his business card and I guess his phone number. I guess we did a contact exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Except for Shaw, who's got a pager. Still. Like, hey Jack, it's Shiyu. How you doing?
Hey, you got fantastic. What's up?
Yeah, sure. Okay. She's just like tilts his head. Hey, I got a note here that was left under my door. It says leave it alone. Anything strange happened to you?
Leave what alone?
I mean, I'm assuming this investigation dealio.
Right. No, it's all been normal for me. Just, regular day.
Yeah.
Well, aside
you
from the weird block and the stuff after the club.
Yeah, everything, pretty much.
The bar, yeah.
Yeah, no, not been normal for a couple days,
Do you-
buddy.
Do you want to go back to the club?
Actually, yeah. I was actually thinking about that as well. I mean, I'm really interested in finding out where this goes.
Yeah, should we go tonight or?
I'm sure, why not? I mean, the
Yeah.
sooner we find out about stuff, the better.
Let's not bring the cop though. He's a bit of a downer.
Yeah. I am just gonna.
Hostile.
You wouldn't happen to have Shaw's secretary's number? I don't know. I just wanted to check in on him. You know, check in on everybody.
Don't know. I do. Wait, do I have her number?
Whose number?
The secretary for sure.
Oh, the Shaw's secretary. Yeah. He probably gave it to you guys. I don't know. You, Scraticus, you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I'm fairly sure the secretary told me about everyone meeting up before, so I assume
that's
she would
right.
have found. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it.
All right. Cool. Do you mind giving that to me? I'm just gonna check in, make sure they're all doing okay too. And then say meet up around 11 at the club.
Sure.
11:30. All right. Cool. And then he'll hang up on that, and then he'll give
I
Sean
first.
secretary. Wow, everyone just hanging up on me. Okay. But
Jack has to go through his ritual of oiling up.
yeah, get those oils out. And then I'll give the secretary a call.
Okay. Dr. Shaw's office.
Yeah, hi. Wow, you are still at the office. That's really Hi, I'm Shiyu. I'm a friend of Shaw's. You know how he's been like hanging out with the detective and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sorry. Name's Park Shiyu. I'm just calling. I wanted to check, make sure Shaw's doing okay. Nothing weird has happened tonight. Can you get him a cell phone, please? Please?
Dr. Shaw does not give me a very big expense allotment, and what he doesn't want to use that technology.
You realize this makes getting in touch with him very difficult, right?
Yes, I know that.
I'm literally having to go through you right now.
Yeah, no, I know that. If you'd like, I could page him, but
Yeah, that'd be great.
okay.
And like, just give him my number. Just send my number over. You know, so he can
Okay.
tell him to call me. Tell him to call you.
Of course.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You have been a wonderful help, and Shaw is very lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Yes. And then she will hang up first.
Okay. Shaw, your pager goes off as you are in the vehicle, and about the same time that you feel the car come to a stop.
Okay, so before the car comes to a stop and the whole pager thing happens and everything, can I have a bit of a flashback?
Totally, 100%. Tell me your
So, like,
flashback.
just being in the car, it's going to remind me of the event slightly before a defining event in my lifetime. So Hezekiah will be sitting in the back of a armored personnel carrier with several other soldiers, and he'll be there mainly listening to the banter between the driver and the shotgun seat. Do we roleplay through this? I mean, I'm going to build up to, like, I've just leveled up, so I want to take a thingy, but basically I was just
You
gonna
don't need
take
to. It's more like a storytelling for you. So you describe
Okay.
what happens and who you encounter. And whatever you want to disclose about this flashback is entirely up to you. This is an opportunity. When you guys do flashbacks, it's an opportunity for you as players to kind of give us more of a glimpse into your character, essentially.
Okay. So this is more, okay, so as a glimpse into my character, it's more just like a memory of a happier time. Like, there's, people are joking, and Dr. Shaw's not very good at getting involved with that, but he appreciated that it was going on around it, and in this moment of silence when everyone's feeling quite awkward, it'll maybe bring him a little bit of peace to be able to go back there and remember that. Especially this one guy who's known as Jerry. Like, compared to Shaw's very quiet and introverted, whereas, like, he's seen Jerry speak to people whilst he's working on them in the mud, and have them laughing. Like, it's something that he respects and remembers. And he liked that place. He liked being in the personnel carrier when they were all together.
Awesome. And okay, that's a really, really good flashback. I like that. Awesome. So then at that point, you actually are kind of almost interrupted as you feel the kind of pager go off, and then the car comes to that stop for that one moment and takes you away from this memory.
When the pager goes off and interrupts him, he will look at it and sort of look towards it and sort of mutter, "I hate communications technology."
That.
And then he'll just wait. These guys, he's relinquished control. They have control.
Yeah, so you hear the car doors open as they kind of the person to your right is kind of grabbing, not grabbing you too aggressively, but just to motion you out of the vehicle and guide you across. And they do not remove the sack over your head yet. They kind of walk you towards and across, and you can hear as the footsteps hit the ground cement, and then it transitions to some kind of metallic surface. And you get inside, you can hear the rattling of metal against metal as what you imagine is some kind of large door being slid closed. And then you hear that latch, because because of the fact that your visual sensors are kind of offline, you're definitely much more aware of your surroundings from a sound perspective. The smell you get when you're entering this place is like an immediate rush of seawater, salt, and rust. And you get placed kind of towards a chair as the bag is removed, and the immediate light that comes from wherever blinds you for a split moment, and you have little sunspots as your eyes adjust to your surroundings, and you are in a very large, mostly empty warehouse. There is a man standing in front of you. Yeah, go ahead.
If I can flavor that at all, when he's blinded, he is 100% blinded and everything, but he doesn't blink or wince. You just see his pupils just sort of do the whole thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you see a large, stocky man in a very pristine suit in front of you. Two, you presume, bodyguards on either side, and then back by the door, another two, kind of surrounding the area around you. And the man kind of looks up to you and has a faint smile on his face. Dr. Shaw, I apologize for the method in which we had to bring you here.
Not at all. So many precautions for little old me.
Well, we have some business to discuss. Best that others do not know, and you do not know where to go.
Indeed. I'll keep the information I've gleaned about where we are to myself.
Mm-hmm. He kind of motions and looks over to one of his bodyguards as they kind of walk towards one of the back rooms and slip away. And the man looks at you, and there's a strange kind of, not visible aura, but almost to you, it's very much this like creeping darkness. Not unlike how you make other people feel on occasion. You get the same sense from this individual that there's a deep, chaotic, kind of residual fear that he emits. He kind of looks back over and, would you like to tell me why you've been questioning some of the individuals and their dealings at the Wonderland Club?
Perhaps, but first I feel terrible, I don't know, similarity between you and I, yet I do not know your name, and that feels incredibly rude.
I understand. You may call me Anatoly.
Anatoly. Now, I apologize if I've interfered in your patch.
I was hoping that you might be of usefulness to me instead of an impediment.
Well, that sounds like a most profitable arrangement.
It can be. I know that you, on occasion, assist some of the individuals in my hire, so to speak. My employees, if you will. I'd like to continue maintaining that, but this prying of some other areas is not something I'd wish to continue. However, if you would like to report back to me what the police are doing.
That may be difficult. I assume you've been having me watched.
Something like that.
You will notice that one police officer in particular has attached himself to me quite tightly. Now, this does give great benefit, but relaying that information may be difficult.
We have ways to communicate that are secure.
How interesting. Well, I'm not opposed to the idea.
If you're willing to provide useful information, you might consider some of your financial situation taken care of.
Yes, I was rather hoping you would say something along those lines. Now, when we talk information, what exactly is it that you want of me? Do you want me to interrupt or direct their investigations, or merely report on them? And more difficult.
Sometimes redirection is good, depending on the situation. I'm most certainly interested in gleaning accurate information about where their investigation is headed.
May I ask you questions without incurring your wrath?
Do a convince move for me. Tell me what you're going to do to, what power tags you're going to use.
I was about to say I don't think I've got any at all, but if I'm trying to glean information from him, I could potentially read memories. But I don't think I will at the moment. I don't have any power tags that are going to go through with this at all. I'm not trying to intimidate him or anything, so nope, I've got nothing.
You could do a straight roll, I guess.
I did.
Oh, holy crap. Okay. All right, so what I'll give you here is you can give him a status, but he's still going to protect his own agenda whenever you ask a question. So I would say maybe like, let's get a good status here. Be something along the lines of swayed or intrigued, maybe. You tell me if there's any specifics that you'd like to impose here.
No, maybe just slightly amenable. Help me help him, maybe. Sort of.
Okay.
That sort of.
Yeah. I like that. I'll give him a tier status of 1 on that.
So first of all, you say that I was interrogating certain people at the Wonderland Club. Now, it would be useful to know which of them are yours, which of them come under your protection.
Well, I have a much farther reach than most people in the city, so I would say all of them.
All of them? That is indeed quite the answer.
Nothing happens in this city without my knowing.
Indeed. And is that in some way connected to these powers that we all seem to exhibit from the Wonderland Club?
Wow. Straight out with that, huh?
I do not see the point of being indirect.
He kind of takes a deep breath, and like kind of puffs out his chest a little bit and looks to his other bodyguard to his side, motions him to leave, and then looks back at the other two and tells them to leave as well. I noticed that you have these abilities. There are some in the city who do. Not everyone.
Indeed.
That's why I decided to have a conversation with you rather than taking you out of the equation altogether.
Very much appreciated, though I fear you will find I am not so easy to remove from equations. I like equations.
I see. Well, you're a smart man, Dr. Shaw. I imagine that you'll take good notice of my offer to you, and if you prove to be very useful, we could always increase what we provide.
Well, how about a little token of goodwill? Our friend Russell Gibbs suspects that someone with powers, perhaps similar to yours, it's difficult to say without knowing what they are, is influencing the police force to help people get away with crimes.
Well, I am sure you can imagine there are many people who are struggling for power over the city. I generally lurk in the shadows and work behind the scenes.
It was not a question. That information is for you. It is a gift.
Mm-hmm. Gibbs has been trouble before.
He hasn't mentioned it.
That's because he doesn't know of me.
Probably for the first time, you see Dr. Shaw just quirk a smile.
Okay.
I believe we have an understanding.
We do. For now.
For now.
I said,
Oh.
valuable information keeps our arrangement intact.
And when I tell him about the police infiltrating, does he have any reactions? Can I investigate his reactions
Investigate.
at all?
I'll let you have that one.
Maybe anatomical knowledge, looking for a muscle twitch or something that would reveal something like that.
Totally. You are rolling like a king today. Good for you. Yeah, I'm gonna give you, since it's a 12, that's 2 clues, so you can give me pointed questions and I can reveal. Either you can ask him and get information, or if you're just making an observation, you can ask me specific questions.
Okay, so I'd like to observe whether I think he is the one manipulating the police force, as opposed to him just being surprised.
He's not surprised, but there is almost an anger in his eyes when you talk about it.
I've already sort of convinced me. So, tell me. Anatoly. When I talk about the police force, you seem angry. Do you care to divulge that information?
Let's just say other people are getting in my way.
Now, when one takes a contract of the sort that I usually take, it's good to know all of the variables in the equation. Who the strong players are, what the risk is. By working for you, do I need to watch my back?
Not for me directly, but there will be others that might stand in your path.
Well, like I say, I believe we have come to an understanding. Perhaps you could share with me these communication methods you so treasure, and I could be on my way. I need to get 8 hours sleep, otherwise we'll not enter the REM state and make the most of it.
I suppose we can bring you back, but we'll have you set up with some communication tools in a few days. Lankos will contact you. You'll know who he is. He'll introduce himself very matter of fact. You recognize the Belenkos name as a family of mobsters that are in gangs in the city. They control some parts of the not so great part of town.
Okay. So
Probably operated on some of their gang members.
I'll extend my hand to shake a rare compromise. It's been too long I've been working for the shoulders. It's nice to meet the head.
He gives you a smile and extends his hand. His grip is very strong.
Mine's like a limp sock.
What a great descriptive. Yeah, so he doesn't quite crush your hand, but it is an uncomfortable grip. Pleasure meeting you, Dr.
Pleasure.
Shaw. They'll bring you back to where they picked you up.
Well, if I'm going to be driving, I'll be honest, I prefer a brisk walk. It's good for the health. But if I'm going to be entering a car, I guess they could at least drop me off at my house.
No can do, Dr. Shaw.
Very
The guy comes back in, and brings over the sack and hands it to you in the same fashion he did earlier.
Thank you. And I'll snuggle it back on. Well, now remember, be gentle, won't you?
Just keep moving. He kind of shoves you forward a little bit to your remark. As you walk towards the door, you hear that rusty metal again screeching against as you're walking outside, back into the vehicle, and they take off to drop you off where they picked you up. You remove the bag before they kind of kick you out of the car, so to speak. Have a nice night, Dr. Shaw.
Look after yourselves. Remember, there's always reasons to be afraid.
Mm-hmm. Close the door and they head off. All right. So you're gonna briskly walk home.
Quite
Okay.
brisk. It's past my bedtime.
All right. Sounds good. Let's swing on over to Jack. Was there anything you wanted to do before you headed over to the club?
No, I think the one thing Jack is going to do is he's going to dress up because we're going to the club again. So, using a present he got from the wonderful Jean-Claude Van Damme, after the completion of the film Face Kickers 2, Kick in the Face, he's going to wear his Colonel Guile uniform from the film Street Fighter, which he was given. So it is a blue beret, military beret, blue tank top, and then the the winter camouflage, kind of blue and white, as like cargo pant type things.
Wonderful.
Because last time we all went in military uniform, I want to fit in.
All right,
Because
cool.
fashion.
Yes,
And
fashion
obviously
sense.
oiled a little, glittered a little, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna head out to the
Highlighter.
club.
All right, great. Shiyu, what are you doing before you get to the club, if anything?
I don't think nothing else tonight. I think he's just gonna get ready for the club. Yeah. And tonight he's wearing sort of a long overcoat style, like a more like the sherwani, the Indian sherwani, which is sort of like a tight fitted long overcoat. Sort of these large baggy pants. The coat is like a dark scarlet with like gold embroidery all along it. And then sandals. He's wearing sandals.
Of course, that's amazing.
And
So nothing
and he had-
military about it.
yeah, nope, lot less military.
Okay. So you arrive at the club. Jack's waiting for you outside, I'm guessing.
Yep.
She walks up and does not have any military resemblance attire at all.
I thought we were going for like a theme here.
You never go for the same theme twice in a row, Jack.
Well, I didn't go for the theme last time. You should have called me and
Well, it
told me
works
that
for
we
you.
were
You look
going
great,
for
Jack. Don't
we
worry
were going
about
for
it.
Gardner,
Great.
maybe.
Look great. Okay, look. The only reason I went military last time with Shaw was because he seemed a little uncomfortable. So I felt if someone else, looked sort of similar to him, he'd feel a little more comfortable. It clearly did not work. The club definitely unsettles him a lot.
Yes.
He does not know how to relax.
No. No.
But yeah, no, don't worry. You look great.
I feel silly.
Why would you feel silly?
You're right.
Dude, Jack,
I pull this
Jack,
off,
you look
right?
Great. Yes,
pull it off?
You pull it off
Yeah?
so great.
Thank
and
you.
Like as long as you feel good in it,
I feel
don't worry
great.
about what it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And she was like, "All right, well, why don't we go in?"
Yeah.
And we get.
Is anyone
we'll
else
have, like, what,
coming?
No, I
Is
think
Shaw
it's just
coming?
you and me.
Okay.
I wasn't able to get in touch with Shaw. No. I mean, it's
Probably
probably
off-
because
Yeah.
offline, pretty much.
Well, I was
God,
gonna
I
say he's
can't-
probably
I
off being creepy somewhere.
That too.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has his reasons. But I
Being
mean,
creepy?
like, I mean,
I think he's just creepy.
perhaps we'll see.
All right.
But yeah, I can't believe anyone still uses a pager this day and age. Like, I'm pretty sure those went out of style before I was born.
Could be like retro, you know.
I guess.
I heard the 80s are coming back, so
Yeah. I mean, honestly, did the 80s ever really go out of style? Let's be real here.
yeah. Come on, they did. Don't know what happened. So,
I don't know. We don't speak about the 90s. The 90s was a weird time.
I didn't enjoy the 90s.
Let's go in. We've got like half an hour until we should be able to go in, right? I'm like, that was like midnight, right?
Yeah, no, midnight, yeah.
Okay.
I have a few things I want to try anyway, so.
All right. Cool.
I'm just warming up, you know. Doing some stretches. Forgetting completely that a person who despises me with all of her being is on the front door, probably. All right, let's hit the club.
Guys going to
yeah.
the VIP entrance?
This time, just don't say anything to her. Just be nice.
To who?
Let it go.
Oh, Jessie, right? How's her name?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Jessie. It's fine. I've got it, man. Look, if everything goes wrong, I'll just hit her with a look. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It always works.
Don't hit her with the look. We're talking about this. You can't use the smolder on everyone, and certainly your ex is probably not someone you should use the smolder on.
I mean, X is we had a date arranged, so I didn't turn up. It's not really, you know, it was like a group hang thing, you know.
Okay, yeah, just don't smolder at her. It's probably not wise.
Okay, fine. No, I won't. It's fine.
Just trust me on this one. Trust me, Jack.
I
got you.
I will follow your lead. Yeah.
Thank you. And Hugh will walk up. Like, hey, we're back.
I see.
Yeah.
Hello, Jack.
Yeah. He's still
Hello,
on
Jesse.
retainer.
It's nice to
Go
see you
inside
again.
Before I hit him. Just go.
Don't mind him. Don't. Yeah, just he's still on retainer. You know, still doing that favor. Yep. All right, Jack. Jack, let's head in. Yep. Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
And as we walk in, I say, I don't know why you told me to be quiet. I think I got us in quite easily.
Oh, you have so much to learn about women. Oh, Jack.
All right, you're inside. What are you guys gonna do here at the club?
Well, we've got a little bit of time.
You do.
What's it like in here? Is it the same as last time?
I don't remember what day of the week it is, but we're just gonna call it Ladies' Night.
Perfect. Time to get my smolder on.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Now, Jack.
Yeah.
You love being a stunt double, right?
I love it.
You love it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
It's like an art.
Yes. Think about, you know how much effort you put into being a stunt double?
I mean, I have to become the character that I'm
Exactly.
doubling
Now,
for.
yes. Now, put that much effort into finding out, finding out about the girl. Okay, like ask her name first.
Right.
Her name first, not yours. And then
Okay.
talk about her first.
Yeah.
Okay?
I feel like I should be writing this down or something.
You should probably be writing this down.
Okay.
And then, if she asks questions about you, feel free to talk about it. Give the smolder about 3 or 4 minutes before you start giving it. It might be a
Okay.
little weird before.
So don't barrel in there with the
Don't come
smolder
on
straight
full
off.
force. Don't come on full force.
Okay.
Just,
So ask
Seem
her
interested.
name,
yes.
talk to her about her,
Yep.
and
Ask,
if she
like, what
asks
you like
about
to
me,
do.
smolder.
No. You can start talking about yourself, and then a
Okay.
little bit into your conversation, start smoldering.
Okay.
Okay?
A
But
little
not
bit
over
into
the
any
top.
conversation, I start smoldering, to be honest.
Like 75% smolder.
I'm kind of an all or nothing smolder. even when I'm not smoldering, if the light
Okay.
hits me at a certain angle,
Yep.
it's just.
Yep. Good luck. Good luck, Jack. Meet you at the
Thank
door
you.
around 12.
All right, are you going to buy drugs? Because
No.
honestly, I'd like to see that if you are.
No.
No?
No.
Because I
I'm
have
just-
an
I'm
idea.
I'm just gonna let you get drunk again and high, and then we'll go in.
Well, I have an idea. So
Uh-huh.
let's. But I'm gonna go before I go off and talk to the ladies. There's lots of ladies. I can I'd what is it called? I would like to change the game
Okay.
with
What are you doing?
it's with my new one. Feed your vices.
Okay. What is your goal? Like, what are you trying to do?
I'd like to get everyone basically feeding into their vices for drinking and drugs and everything, and get things even more crazy than they are. And I don't know if this will affect you, Shiyu, but it's kind of an everything thing. So feel free to take from that what you will, I guess.
Would it affect me?
It would. You could try to counteract the effects if you were given
Yeah.
information that was happening.
Yeah, do you tell me this is what you're doing? No? Okay, then. I don't get the feeling that I'm gonna counteract it.
Sorry,
I
last
will
time
give you-
I came here, I got roofied. All right, everyone's getting a taste of the medicine.
What she will get is a face danger roll that you can use to basically respond as like anti effects essentially. But let's have Jax roll this to see how much of an effect he has.
So the power tags would be feed your vices.
Mm-hmm.
Amplify emotions might play in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of almost would say that feed off bliss would be a weakness, but it can't be a weakness there, can it?
No. Well,
Right.
that's a power tag, right?
Yeah, it'd be a power tag.
Yes. So what it because now you can argue against this, but because Jack is doing this, doesn't that give him bliss? Because
Yeah.
he's yeah.
Yeah, it would.
So yeah, that would definitely be a power tag.
Okay, so feed off bliss. I don't think unless either the the disciplined, but I'm not sure that would work there. So I think it's going to be those 3.
Okay. Any weaknesses?
No, I don't think any of the weaknesses count here.
Okay. Sounds good. That's 3 power tags. Roll.
Okay. And I'm not smoldering, so it's gonna be fine.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, so
Finally!
your options. So changing the game on a 10 or more, like you get 11, you get 3 juice, and you can use your juice to do any of the following. You create a story tag. You can give a status if you'd like. You could also scale up the effect, which means basically, well, in addition to creating the story tag or status, you would also be able to scale up the effect using your juice or prolong it, essentially.
Okay.
So take your pick. Give me what you think would be either a story tag or a status. A status for people would be harder for them to get rid of it. Story tag would just be kind of more of a temporary thing.
Okay.
Unless you prolong it.
So would it be something like I don't know what the status would be. It'd be something along the lines of,
if you did a story tag, you could call giving into their vices kind of deal, and then increase the scale of the scale of the effect. You have you have 4 power tags because you rolled with 3. You have 4 juice because you rolled with 3 power tags, and you got more than 10. So you have 4 juice that you can apply. 1 would obviously go to the actual story tag, and then you can use the other 3 if you want to scale it up more.
Yeah, let's scale it up all the way.
Okay. So I'm going to give you that you are able to reach everybody in the club with 3 additional juice being fed into this to scale up the effects. Shiyu, face changer.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh. Can I use? I'm gonna probably use my. Oh boy. Okay. This will determine a lot here. I think in terms of stuff. Gonna use my in control of myself power tag, and I think that's the only one that's gonna help me with this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be about it. So and then this will determine this, depending on how this turns out. This will determine a lot for me for the rest of this game. Oh, not bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically on a 10, you're going to take no status here, no story tag. You get, actually, Jack, tell me what exactly happens. What are your, what emits from you? Or is there a visual effect, or is it just kind of behind the scenes?
Yeah, it's more of a, I'd say probably as Jack kind of walks out onto the edge of the dance floor and starts kind of feeling the music and just closing his eyes, just kind of trying to get into the zone of where he was last time. And then as people start feeling the effects of it, he starts to wrinkle slightly, and he gets lines coming up on his face just for a quick moment. If you're not looking, you wouldn't notice it, but and then he kind of opens his eyes again. He doesn't notice it either.
Okay. So Shiyu, you get this strange rush of adrenaline for a brief moment that kind of just takes your breath away almost. And then the feeling subsides, and you notice everyone's demeanor in the club has very suddenly changed. The music has intensified because not just the people, not just the customers, but also the employees that are there, have essentially taken this tag as well. And so the bartenders are like lighting shots on fire. Some women are now dancing on the bar. The DJ's going crazy with the music. It's like, what's the word? It's like a more of a rave now than it is a club.
Like
so
whistles and
yeah, no, it's great. Somebody broke out like glow sticks. Where did that come from? Who knows? So yes, so basically the club has essentially gone a little crazy, and you notice that there's definitely more people that are acting inappropriately. Some people are like climbing on top of stuff and like dancing crazy, and other people are just not in like a hostile fashion, but like everybody's exchanging drinks, and then some people are starting to take drugs very openly in this way. So yeah. It's a little bit crazy if you try to go onto the dance floor. Everybody's dancing so erratically that it's really hard to move around. So
bit of a mosh pit almost.
Probably a little bit in some areas, yeah. They're definitely a little going a little bit crazy. So you know, at this point, I'll let you two kind of do that thing for a little bit as we go over to Lena, who got off the phone with Shiyu. What are you doing? Obviously, they're happening. That their stuff is happening a little bit later, but this is still like 7-8 o'clock almost for you.
I would probably look. I'd probably Google any mirrors from like back in the day, because she has no idea what this is, and she's like, it could be magic, but also there might be some sort of mystery.
Yeah.
Like old times. Okay.
And do you want to do like investigate?
Yeah, sure. And can I, while I investigate that, can I also investigate the piece of glass at the same time, or would those be separate rolls?
Do you mean the actual mirror itself? Because those are, they're both the same thing. So yeah, it would just be the one.
Okay,
roll.
yeah. Okay. So it's
so
2d6.
just kind of select your power tags.
I don't think I have anything. Wants to do good, maybe? That help at all?
I can see that applying.
And yeah, that'd be the only one too. Oops, hold on. And this would be a 1. Oops. Here we go. Okay, so 2. Ooh. That's not a very good roll.
Like
I got
took
6.
up all the good rolls.
I know. Scrat took all our good rolls.
So
anxiety intensifies.
Well, so you'll get one clue, but it's gonna be
Okay.
It's gonna be very, very fuzzy. It's not gonna give you too much. So give me your question, and I'll do my best to kind of stay within those bounds.
What is this material made out of? There's something more than glass.
Yeah, honestly, to your eye, it does appear like a regular mirror.
Okay. Then I'll probably get a knife, a small knife, and then maybe scratch a little part of it. What are words?
Are you scratching like the mirror, the reflective surface, or like behind it?
Yeah. Both, if possible.
Okay. Yeah, you just seem to mostly damage it. Like where the mirrored surface is, it's got, yeah, obviously it's the glass, so it's a little bit harder to do anything. The backing is made out of some kind of metallic bit, though. So.
Okay. Seeing as Lena just can't get her head around this mirror and basically what everything that's going on, it's just too much for her.
Okay.
She's just gonna lay down in her bed with her knees up and then just think about it for a second while still holding the mirror, and then she'll get this, I guess, kind of like a little light bulb goes off, and she looks at the mirror and she just says, "Hello? Is anybody there?"
When you look back into the mirror, the initial impression you get is you very vaguely see the watchmaker's shop again, but it's darker. It appeared to have closed for the day. So there's not really you're not able to see anything. You don't see anybody moving around or anything else like that, and you don't get a response to saying hello.
Okay. I'm just going crazy. What am I doing? And then I'll put the glass next to my bed with the reflective side down.
Okay.
Because it creeps her out.
Yeah.
And yeah, she'll probably just call it a night. Like, she doesn't want to have to do anything because she's stressed out and she just doesn't know how to cope with that. Besides maybe order Chinese food and then go to bed.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, let's transition. Shaw, you're back home, I'm guessing, at this point. You were about to go to sleep, right? I wasn't sure if you wanted to do anything before then, because you got that page from your assistant. So.
Yeah, I don't think so. They'll sort of maybe as he's going to bed, reflect on the way he managed to creep everyone out in the van. Just sort of looking at how that felt and comparing it to his memories. He's not sure whether he enjoys it or not. Clinically, it's a very useful tool, especially for his less publicized forms of work, but
Right.
It's very against that memory.
Okay.
But then he'll go back into routine. He's a routine guy. He'll go and put his trousers in the trouser press. He'll hang up his shirt and get ready for ironing the next morning. Put his shoes lined up by the door. After giving them a good polish, set himself a glass of water, eat an apple, go to bed.
Okay. Sounds
Brushing his teeth for exactly 2 minutes as well.
good. All right. Awesome.
Lena forgot to brush her teeth.
Never.
Okay. So we'll swing over back to Shiyu and Jack. At this point, Jack, you're actually starting to feel some of the residual serotonin, so to speak, at this point from the people around you. And it's just about midnight.
I'm gonna, a little unsteadily, go find Shiyu and say,
Okay.
"Did you feel it?"
Feel what?
I did a thing. Made everyone a little bit loopy.
Okay, yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I hope you're using this for like good purposes and nothing like
I mean,
suspicious.
no, it's like you just have
I
to-
can't condone abuse of power for beneficial gain.
I mean, everyone's having a good time. It's for a good cause.
As long as that's all it is.
Did you do any? Did you feel? Did you do anything?
think
Do you feel like you wanted to do anything?
There was a moment earlier, when we got in.
What you want to do? What you want to do?
I mean, it's the thing I pretty much do every day. I wanted to help people.
That's kind of weird. I thought you'd been maybe do drugs or something.
Teach their own, Jack. Teach their own.
I should probably be finding the hole, rabbit hole.
Thank you.
All right. So you go to the door. The clock hits midnight, and you both get this immediate rush of those lights back to where you guys originally first came here, as the door becomes a tunnel, and you can walk through it if you'd like.
Yeah, she will walk through.
Yeah, as you guys walk through. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say Jack stumbles through, but once he gets through, he loses the. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys see the same thing as before. If you look at each other, you've kind of started to transition to the same forms that you had when you first came here into the tavern. You guys go inside. It's very similar to what you remember. There's individual people kind of in different areas of the tavern. Cammy's behind the bar, as you saw him there before. It's just it's a relatively quiet night. Not excessively loud, and as far as talking goes, everybody's kind of keeping to themselves overall. What are you guys gonna do?
Drink?
Yeah, drink sounds good.
Have a chat with Cammy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably check to see if what's his name is here today.
Am I again with the wrinkles?
You're real old.
Yeah, that's the beard.
Yeah, but you age well.
You know, this entire thing is designed to torture me. I have to get really drunk and high to get here, and then when I get here, I turn into a disgusting old man.
You're not disgusting, Jack.
I mean, I am. I saw what the cop looked like, all old and wrinkly and stuff, and a woman. I'm imagining it's basically the same.
That is only your superficial outer appearance. You're still Jack on the inside.
Let's get a drink.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we go up to the bar, check in with Cammy.
Mm-hmm. Cammy looks up. Jack, Shiyu, nice to see you again. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Drink, please.
Okay. Anything in particular you'd like?
I'll take something fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Take something strong.
All right. He pours you guys your drinks, hands it over, slides it over the bar.
How do we pay here? Do we use normal money? Do you have your own currency? Is this a barter exchange type deal?
No, there's no payment processing here.
Huh.
I'll cut you off
weird.
Eventually, but
we didn't have to pay last time. We've got a few questions again, if you don't mind.
that's what I'm here for, I guess.
Wonderful. First one is Rolf. Has he turned up yet? Have you seen him since we were last here? Yesterday?
He looks up at the clock on the wall. Not yet.
Okay. What do you know what the hourglass is? Any?
It's got sand that goes through it.
Yeah. I meant in more of like this whole weird shit thing going on. Like, does that ring a bell for anything to do with us and this place? Anything?
I don't think so. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with this place.
I just thought I'd ask. Okay.
Okay.
You got any more follow-ups? Oh, ask about the visit that you got.
Oh,
Is it?
I didn't get a visit. I got a note that was left under. Someone. It seems like someone doesn't want us investigating Hopper's death.
That's
Do you know anyone?
surprising. I mean, half the city probably, at least in the underworld, or so to speak. You know.
So we've got a suspect pool.
Half the city.
Half the city. Already eliminated half of them.
Do you know anything about the Rosenbergs? The clockmaker?
Yeah, I do. I would caution you against interacting with him too much.
He was super creepy.
Yeah, why? Yeah, he was very creepy. Like, I get that. Like, why?
He's one of those people that takes advantage of situations, kind of finds opportunities everywhere.
He's an agent.
Agent?
Yeah, like, actors get agents and...
I don't think that's
he
what...
hires actors.
Okay.
Is he one of us?
Most certainly.
Do you know what he is?
Some people are much better at concealing things than others. But I know the Rosenbergs have been around for a very long time.
So they've been around for a while. Jack, we may have to break in.
To the what
Did
place?
you not just hear what I said about avoiding him? I mean, it's on you, of course, but...
Okay, we'll be careful. And this isn't tonight.
Maybe we shouldn't tell people we don't really know that well.
I'm sure Cammy here is okay.
Yeah?
It's been very helpful.
I'm not saying because we're still talking out loud in front of him.
I'm not saying this like super loud. Like Cammy can hear it, I think. Jack can hear it. Hopefully no one else can hear it. Like I'm not talking like, hey, we should break into the Rosenbergs. It's like if this guy's as sketchy as he seems, we're not gonna. He's our best lead. I can trust you, right, Cammy, on this? Like,
I'm not here to discuss information, but
cool.
Yeah. If you're gonna do this, you might want to bring your other friends.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
I feel like
I have no experience breaking into anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. You guys are equipped to handle something like that.
I bet Gibbs would know a thing or two. He's a cop. I'm sure he knows how this goes.
If he's a cop, wouldn't he be against you breaking in?
You'd be surprised at how much illegal stuff he does, really.
Yeah, I think he's more of along
criminal?
the lines of, no, just, making sure, justice is done, even if it means breaking a few laws, as long as you're not
Or a lot
harming
of
anyone.
laws?
You know what? I don't want to know.
Well,
Yeah.
Cammy, do you have anywhere else you can point us to help? I mean, we have
No.
this whole Rolf thing which we wanted to look into, but we can't find Rolf. There's literally no sign of him, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's kind of how he is.
I talked to a watch. That didn't really help us. Everyone
What?
back at the club is really high.
Okay. Wait. Go back to you talked to a watch.
Yeah, well, I didn't talk to it. It talked to me, and it did it in Morse code. It gave me Morse code, which I wrote down, and I Google searched it, and it said the hourglass, which is what I was asking about, the hourglass.
Okay. Keep my ear to the ground about hourglasses. That seems very strange.
Thank you.
Have you
I mean,
seen
I thought the
hour-
strange part was the talking watch, but sure.
That's not that bad. But what
No?
have you
Okay.
seen the hourglass anywhere else?
No, just the talking watch.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, it's an hourglass. I'm sure it probably symbolizes something for somebody, but
Okay.
not something I'm aware of, at least.
I mean, Jack, you could try, I think the words, wow, I just forgot the word I was gonna say. Thing where you go and you talk to all the people in the area trying to get information. God, what's the word? There's a word for it. There's a technical term for it. Like you could see if anyone else here knows what the hourglass is.
Yeah, I could ask around.
Yeah.
It was in that weird watch place though, so like we need to be on the
I mean, this
DL
isn't-
with that stuff.
This isn't the first hourglass symbol we've come across, right?
Is
You want
it?
help out
Is-
of character?
Because I remember that there was back in when we were trying to acquire drugs. I believe did the matchbook have the hourglass on the back of it?
Yeah, the matchbook that led you guys
Yeah.
to Wonderland had the
Yeah,
hourglass.
and then I can't remember who said. I think it might have been the drug dealer who said that I need to find when is the hourglass.
Uh-huh.
I think that was the drug dealer that we
think
had
it was.
successfully.
In my
No, we had
defense,
Enter, whatever.
I was laughing a lot at that point. I didn't take as much in as you may have
But
The-
yeah,
the
so
drug-
this isn't.
Kenny.
attempts.
Yeah,
Kenny
Kenny,
was
the
who it
drug
was.
dealer Kenny.
The
We need
shady
to find
drug
out when
dealer.
the hourglass is. So this isn't the first time we've come across this symbol check mentioning the hourglass.
But it's like in reference to the club more than this place.
Yes, but it's come up an awful lot. Can't
Yeah,
be coincidence.
We could ask around.
Could. I mean, do I need to
I
go
mean-
find Kenny again and like ask him when is the hourglass?
I don't think you're gonna get much out of anyone back there. I mean, I felt
Probably
that,
not.
and that was a hell of a high. Instantly, should I take another crack on my body as a temple because of the getting high again? Do you think?
If you like, yeah.
Jack's gonna turn into a druggie. Well, this whole Rolf thing, while fascinating, we're getting nowhere with that. So, should we just ask around here?
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, I'd love to hang around and,
I'd like to learn more. Like, Cammy, actually, I have a question. Can we affect each other with these weird things we can do?
Yeah.
Because I made everyone really high in the club. Like they just went nuts and started drinking and dancing, and it was like an orgy in there. But it didn't affect Shiyu.
It's possible he has resistances. We all affect each other differently sometimes.
Okay.
So, anything else?
No, thanks for the drinks, Cammy.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if we need anything.
Sure.
I'm just gonna go
Probably another drink
explore.
soon.
So you guys kind of walk around the area. It's about kind of the same people that you remember here before. David Brown, that researcher dude, has got his book sprawled out on the corner. You talked to Jack, and then Valanis was the woman that you talked to. Shiyu, and she's, rinse and repeat. She's got all the men around her, kind of deal. Then they're kind of hanging out in one area. The two hooded figures are kind of at the back as well, sitting down in whatever is the darkest part of the tavern, so to speak. And then there's a few other newer people that are there. There's one guy that looks like he's kind of made out of stone a little bit. And so there's some people that are kind of like hanging around over there. And there's one person that's got like branches kind of around them, like vines almost. So you're seeing some intriguing kind of things at this point, I guess.
Hey, Shiyu. You like people, right?
Yep.
Can you do me a favor? Can you
depend?
You see the guy in the corner, like to the side there, in his books?
Yep.
Can you go and talk to him and try and get some books off him? Just like he's
Like what kind of
really
books?
like I any of them. I want to know what he's like. I went over to talk to him and I felt like I was getting somewhere, but I went in smoldering, like you told me not to. And he wasn't very receptive to it. Which is weird because it usually works. But I don't think he's going to talk to me if I go over to talk to him again.
Okay.
So I was wondering if you could like go and talk to him for me and maybe get a book or two, maybe.
I mean, I'll see what I can do. I don't like.
I'll go and talk to the
well
lady
he-
for you if you like. The pretty lady that you were talking to.
Sure, just compliment her a lot. Again,
Okay.
let her talk about herself a lot.
Right.
This one more so than normal.
I have a feeling she maybe talks about herself quite a lot anyway. I may not have to try very hard.
Probably not.
Okay.
Just be careful.
And we're asking about the hourglass this time.
Yeah. Let's see if we know when.
Okay.
Yeah.
This can only
Right.
go well.
Who wants to do their scene first?
I'll go first. Can I, as I'm approaching, is it possible for me to glean what they're reading, or at least what other books are on the table?
You could do an investigate. I'm probably gonna give you a negative one status on it because you're trying to, I'm guessing, keep your distance so that you're not like up in his business yet.
All right. I don't know what would work great here for me. While I'm in this form, would my inconspicuous tag work here?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so that's even. Don't think. I think his sort of over eagerness, though, like his like like overeagerness to like do this might like give him over. Like he's like trying to keep his distance, but you know his overeagerness might make it a little obvious that he's trying to like see.
Right.
So that would still put me at a -1. I think that's all I really have that'll help me here.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go with that. A lot of my, you know, charming and beautiful tags do not work.
Yeah, you're trying to be
this.
more like subtle about it. So yeah.
Yeah. Powers of observation for non-people related things, not Shiu's strength. Nope.
Yeah. You're like, they might as well be in a different language. You have no idea what those books are.
All right. Guess I'll try the direct approach. I will sort of sweep up to him, sort of very elegantly, I guess, is the best term.
Okay.
So like, he just looks like very at ease, sort of in this sort of very formal way of walking. Like it's no effort. And he sort of walks up and is like, "Hi, I was wondering, what subject are you studying?"
He doesn't look up at all towards you. How is that any of your business?
I mean, I'm simply just quite curious. I mean, I see books and I can't help but be curious.
Yes, well, I'm a researcher. It's very important work that I'm doing, but I doubt that you'd understand any of it.
I mean, you could try me at least, and if not, I can, you know, go my own way.
Give me a convince roll.
There we go. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna use charming.
Okay.
I don't know. Would beautiful work in this situation?
No, because he hasn't looked up at you.
Yeah, didn't think so. Sheer determination. Like, okay. I'm like, okay, I'm helping out Jack. Let me do this. Let me do this bit. Yeah. And I am beautiful, charming, legalese. I don't know. I think that's about it for this situation then. Empathy, I guess, maybe. Like, okay. I'm trying to be like, I like knowledge, you like knowledge, let's talk about knowledge.
Okay. See it.
Yeah. And then, but again, I think I'm still over eager.
Okay.
If that's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Come on. Oh my God. We used up all of our good rolls earlier.
Everybody used all the good rolls.
You suck! Hey, we got all good rolls up until this last, like...
I'm never gonna get knowledge.
We're not getting shit out of this guy.
Oh man, yeah. He's just like, I don't think that you would even understand or comprehend any of this. Do you mind? I have a lot of work to do.
Yep. Yeah.
Very dismissive of you.
Yep. Yeah. You do you. You do you, boo boo. And you know, if you ever, you know, need anyone to talk to or anything, you know, just let me know. I'm always here to help.
Goodbye.
I will walk over to Jack, but yeah, no, he's a stone wall. He's just
yeah.
Sorry, Jack, I failed you.
I got the same thing. Like, it's just there's nothing there to talk to get a hold on.
Yeah, I get the sense that he likes his books more than people.
Yeah. To be fair, I like those books. I want to read them, but
We'll see if
That's
we can
fine.
find you some other books, Jack.
okay. Well, I guess I'll go talk to what's her name?
Her name's Valanis.
Alanis.
Valanis. Lovely name. Flows off the tongue very nicely.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep. Don't be too pushy.
No.
No. I will say it. I mean, based on the other people she has around her, you may want to emphasize some of your other qualities today. I don't know if the smolder will work in this. She's got a lot of younger men around her.
I'm young.
In heart, yes. Not currently in appearance, though.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I understand your true value, Jack. But there's a lot of people out there who judge people by their looks, and I think she's one of them. Emphasize your other qualities. Maybe she likes having a good time.
Right. I don't have a good time. I can have a good time. I'd like to. Oh wait, I can't remember if I'm wearing something else in this, or if am I still in my Jean-Claude Van Damme outfit?
No, you're in the what did you call it? It was like
it's the kind of like scholarly robe type thing.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want me to go with you as support?
No. Look, you did that by yourself. I can do this. I've got this.
Right.
I square my I square my yeah. Thank you. I kind of square my robe slightly, like pat them down a little bit, take a deep breath, start walking towards her, and I smolder.
Oh, God.
Just
she doesn't notice, but one of the young men there does.
okay.
I'm not interested in other men, so if you would...
It's good. Me neither. Do you mind if I just come through?
I mind.
I've got important business with the lady.
Okay, well, that's not really. I don't care about that at all. See everybody else over here. We're all kind of waiting our turn to talk to her. So, yeah. Do you want to try to convince him?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have much to help with convincing, I don't think.
Well, I'm gonna give you negative status because you smoldered at him.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. I think amiable and tenacious. Would
Okay.
those two work?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else? Celebrity contacts, not really there. That would only hurt me. Yeah, I think only amiable and tenacious really would work on that one.
Okay, so you'll roll with the +1 because of the negative status.
Yes, and let's see if the bad dice rolls are still with us.
Nope. Apparently not. What do you
I
do
dial
exactly?
I dial my smolder up even further, and then
Okay,
I
Grandpa.
do a rock eyebrow raise.
Kind of
I
just
really
like,
need to get
uncomfortably
through.
sides away. He's like just very uncomfortably like, ooh, no.
That's what I thought. Damn whippersnappers. All right. And I keep
Okay.
smoldering towards her.
Yeah. With a 12, I'll let you kind of smolder your way to Villanis, who is, laughing and enjoying the company around her as she kind of looks down towards you, because she's like kind of sitting up on a stool. And who are you?
Hello, young lady. I'm Jack. I was wondering if you could help me.
Well, I suppose it depends on the help that you need.
Well, you seem like someone who has their finger on the pulse, and I am looking for some information. I was wondering if you could assist me with this.
Well, I don't really deal in information, but if you're looking for an older woman, I could maybe.
No, nothing like that. I just wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions. Maybe your strong, manly friends may know as well.
What is your question?
Have you heard of something called the hourglass?
I don't think so.
It might be something to do with the club back there?
The Wonderland Club?
Yes.
I don't think so. That doesn't seem
All
like
right.
that makes sense.
The other thing I'm wondering is I'm also looking for someone named Rolf. Apparently he's a bit of an information broker.
I think your friend over there asked me about him last time.
And no new news?
No, I guess not. Since, I don't have anything to tell you about that. Why are you looking for Rolf anyway?
We have some questions for him. It's a delicate nature. I hope you don't mind if I keep that close to my chest.
You seem to have a lot of questions.
Two
That
is
old
not a
men were
lot.
supposed to be wise or something.
Oh, I know lots of things.
Okay, like what?
I know about 15 different ways to get oil and body glitter off someone.
Okay. Do you use those things often?
On occasion. When the situation calls for it.
Uh-huh. That's very strange. I just need to let you know that. It's very strange.
That's very understandable. Well, I assume you know how to get in contact with my friend if you find out anything about the hourglass or this Rolf fellow. Sorry to bother you. Thank you for your time. Bye.
She returns back to the other men that have been like kind of avoiding you at this point.
Yeah. Okay. New plan of attack.
Either
Should we talk
no
to
one
those
in
really
here,
shady-
either no one in here knows anything, or we're really bad at this.
I mean, should we talk to those really obviously shady people in the back there?
Aren't those the two that Aren't those the two that the cop spoke to?
Are these the twins in the back?
Yeah, they're his informants, I think. If anything, we should talk to a couple of the new people. Maybe one of them is Rolf in disguise. Apparently, he's just impossible to find.
Yeah.
I mean, because if we go back with another set of nothing, the other three are going to be impossible to deal with for a couple of days at least.
Yeah,
I mean, especially for you, because you failed to get the drugs as well. At least I was useful last time.
Oh, okay, Jack. look, I'm just trying my best. We're all just trying our best.
Well,
I
just had to channel Dr. Shaw really hard, and I feel very creepy after that.
It's okay, Jack. I understand. And no, I get it. I'm still like, I'm way out of my depth here. Like, do
you have
honestly,
maybe?
That's a good point, Jack. I need to go back to my roots. I need to work. I've been trying, I got caught up in this whole mystical thing, but I need to work the people that I know.
Well, maybe if you have powers to make people tell you things, that would be great. Do you want to try hypnotizing people, or?
I don't think that's quite how my power works.
I saw you make a flower. That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it helps, but that's impressive.
I don't think I can make someone tell me something per se, but I might make them more amenable to talking to us.
Do you know Batman? Maybe you're like Poison Ivy. Maybe you can make people your love slaves. Have you tried it?
That doesn't sound like me. No, it doesn't.
Really? Because it's got the whole flower theme going on.
Yeah,
and you smell great.
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
That's that bath oil treatment that I do every day.
You got to give me the recipe, the secret to that.
Yep. I'll get that to you.
Text me. Let me know what you use.
I can make. I don't know. I've made someone cry before. I've made someone laugh until their sides were hurting. I've made people less angry.
Okay.
So I guess I could put someone in the. Could I make someone chatty? Maybe.
Can you maybe make someone less of a dick, like that dude in the books?
I could try. I think.
You
remember how Cammy was saying that we shouldn't we're not supposed to use our powers on other people here?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was his first rule. It was or it might have been a second rule. It was don't get in fights and don't use your powers on other people. Something like that.
Right, that makes things a lot harder because we have to then talk to people. Apparently,
I'm trying, but
even without creepy doctor hanging over our shoulder, we still can't talk to people.
I just can't talk to that guy. I've had no other problems with other people. I was talking to Volanus quite fine last night. We had a lovely conversation for
we had a lovely conversation too. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, I did great. I got past that guy who tried to stand in my. Everyone stayed way out of my way.
I was very proud of you for that.
Thank you.
I guess. You used the smolder in reverse.
I was in character. I see Dr. Shaw all the time. He turns up and people just run away from him. I figured it would get me through.
I still don't quite understand how my powers work, and until then, I'd rather not get kicked out of here for using them.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, we could just talk to
maybe on the street. Maybe someone like Rosenberg. Maybe if we encounter him again.
Do you want to maybe tomorrow, after we've done this, we can talk to a couple more people? Do you want to properly dig into what we can do?
Yeah,
are you
I need to run into work tomorrow because I've been away for 3 days.
Let's get Jim today.
Zari's gonna be so mad. So I gotta run to work, and then I'm gonna see, like you said, I'm gonna go back to my roots. I'm gonna work the people I know. Maybe I can use my powers to make them open up a little bit more.
Okay.
And then we'll talk with the others about possibly the things we can do now. really think that this Rosenberg guy's our best lead.
He sounds really, 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 really dangerous, though.
That's why we get the crew.
Yeah, I mean, we have an old man. We have a coffee shop girl and a kind of bum policeman.
We can all do things, right?
The useful people are basically just you and me.
I mean, we haven't seen the others really use their powers too much. We can't say that yet.
Yeah, I mean, the coffee girl, she has a raven. That's pretty much all she did. She also disappeared. That was kind of impressive, but I don't think that was on purpose.
I mean, it could have been, like, as you said, we're still figuring out our powers, and, like, if she can, like, teleport us places, that would be cool.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get here without me having to get ridiculously high.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna go talk to people, or should we just call it a night?
I'm gonna hang out for a bit and just casually chat with people and find out, network a bit.
Sure. We can give out cards.
Yeah.
Possibly if you left.
We can't give out cards. I don't know if do we have to update them, like Flower Boy and Old Man over here?
Hey, you said I'm still young inside. Doesn't that count?
You are still young inside. Again, people are gonna look at you and be like, stunt actor. Like, this guy looks like he'll die from a stiff wind, though. Like, I don't know if we're supposed to be giving out cards with, like, our personas or our personal lives. That's the thing. Like, do you want people with strange powers knowing what you do every day?
That's a good point. But I feel like old scraggly man just isn't a great thing to be giving out on a card.
I feel like this our conversation just evolves like this, talking about business cards, I guess. I think that's...
So we start talking about where we get our business cards done and what font we use.
Thank you to Izrever for donating a Wild Magic Surge to me. You're the best. And it was, Castor cannot be harmed while he stands where he is right now. So...
Ken is not moving. Not moving for the rest of the game. But yeah.
So I think we've given up on our investigation, and we're just gonna hang out for a bit and then head back after that.
All right, cool. So I'm just gonna kind of fast forward for you guys to the next day in the morning, unless there was anything that you guys wanted to do before we close off the night. Anybody?
Jack, you still have that beeping message on your pager, I think.
He's asleep though, I think, already.
Yeah, he went to sleep.
I think is she like heading straight out of the club after we leave the tavern place?
Probably, yeah.
I think Jack may stay in the club until closing to witness what happens with the whole whatever rave is going on. Yeah. So I think he's maybe going to, unfortunately, get really high as well through that, but he's going to have a rough night, I think.
Okay. So yeah, okay. So in the next day, if you guys want to do montages, you can, or we can try to do whatever interactions you guys are looking for at this point. If you're going into work, that's pretty much a montage at that point where you're giving attention to a logos. So I'll I think if Lena wants to do something, it's the morning. If you want to jump into anything, any of the montages.
Well, Lena will wake up brush her teeth, shower, have some breakfast, etc. Normal human things. She'll put the glass in her bag, and I think she'll just always keep it for now, just in case. And she'll go to work and then just work a couple hours until the rest of the guys get there.
Okay. Okay.
Unless
so if
something
you want
stops
to,
her.
no, nothing eventful happens in the morning. Really, you don't have any weird notes or anything like that you got. If you want to just give attention to one of your logos for going into work, I think it would be routine, or I don't remember which one you have for that. But if there's anything specific that you need to do for work or whatever, that's fine. It's just a general attention to your logos. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Shaw, what are you up to?
I think I'll still be mulling over that power I used, and I'll continue to explore my mythos.
Okay. What exactly are you doing to achieve this?
I'm thinking of the way that I managed to just immediately creep everyone out, and literally pondering the question, should everyone be afraid? Is it a healthy state for people to be in? Because, there's, as a doctor, I understand that there's hypostress and hyperstress, and you need to be in that region between the two, and fear can be a good motivator. And I'll be sort of putting that to the test with the use of my power and just thinking it through that way.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. So, when you encounter something that helps answer that question, it'll basically reveal a little bit more about your mythos, essentially. And you can trigger that at any point in time. So if there's something that happens that leads to that question, you can call it out and kind of talk about it. So yeah, go ahead and mark attention to a mythos that's relevant. Oh, you have one mythos, so mark attention. Okay. Who's next? Shiu or Jack?
I'm good to go. I'll go, I guess. Shiu will focus on his logos as a social worker. He has not been into work for a couple days, which isn't it's not the most unusual thing. Like Zar, his sort of his coworker / co-founder of the Dumpling Foundation, knows that Shiu can be very flighty sometimes. And sort of disappear for days. But, it's never great that, the other co-founder of the organization who's supposed to be doing stuff isn't there for 3 days.
Yeah.
He goes into work, and Zari's probably been there since 7 a.m. And it's in her office. It's hey, I'm in today for a bit, and then I got to go out again. And then I think he works more in the, he works directly with sort of the clientele of the dumpling house. So he'll go to the kitchen, and hand out meals if there are people there, and talk with them and sort of try to find out how they're doing, if they need help with anything, if there's anyone they know that needs help, because he will go out and find people who don't always ask for help, who
Right.
Have a hard time coming in to ask for help. I think probably sees one of the usuals there, a guy by the name of 7th Street Joe, someone he's familiar with. And I think he's going to drop sort of subtle questions about what's going on in the hopes that they know someone or know something. He'll ask about, Hopper and Caterpillar and, sort of how that's going, or if anyone knows what the hourglass represents. Any dirt on Rosenberg.
Okay. Yeah, I can let you do that mark as like a separate scene if you want, since your
Yeah.
montage is specific to your logos. But yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, otherwise he's doing his work. He probably does some legal counseling for people. He's not a lawyer. He did learn some stuff about it, so he's able to be like, you need to go see so and so to help you out with this, or you need to go file these types of forms and stuff like
Right.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Very cool. Yeah, so go ahead and mark attention to the logos relevant for that. And we'll swing on over to Jack Fantastic. What would you like to be doing?
I don't know if this is relevant, but I have 3 cracks on one of my logos.
Yes, that is relevant. We can address that in a minute. Do you want to montage anything? Which theme did you? By the way, was that a logos or mythos?
It was logos. It's the gymnastics one.
Ah, okay. Let me open up that. Go ahead, and if you want a montage for me.
Considering that I stayed at the club till late, basically soaking in the drugs and alcohol vibe going on, would recover from your last activity would that be necessary, or?
No,
So
not
I'm not really sure
necessarily.
what that, okay.
Do you want to? I mean, like you can like basically wake up later in the day if you want, like if you slept in or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't need to recover because you don't have any power tags burned.
Yeah. Okay.
So of the options, I guess you can do any variety of things. If
I
you
guess
wanted to go ahead.
prepare, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. How does Jack prepare for? Like, what are you primarily looking to prepare for? I guess.
I think. Well, actually, thinking about it, probably the best thing to do was give attention to my stunt double work. So I'll go into, I'll probably going in for a training, lifting weights and going to the gym with. I totally know his name. Give me a moment. It's right here, Cole. And we'll do some reps. He'll spot me, and just I think I'll do that.
Okay. Which theme are you doing this to?
It's the celebrity stunt double.
Oh wait, you don't need to do that. You're doing preparation. So choose from the effect improvements under change the game. Okay. Yeah. So you'll have 3 juice to hold on to, and you can use them when it is relevant to that theme.
Okay.
So if you're conducting activities that use the power tags within that theme, you can apply the juice for that.
Yeah.
So okay. So overall, also Shaw, do you return the request from Shiyu? Shaw?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was gonna say, do you plan on returning the call or not?
So when I went up, I'll go to the front door and I'll remove the pager from the drawer where it lives next to the door. And I'll look at the message yesterday and what did it say again?
It was just paging you. Well, if you got the message from your secretary, she would have said that you contacted her so that you could contact him, and then also relayed the message that you should really get a phone.
I just delete that. I think I would probably like maybe walk to work.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't have any plans to meet up today, so
Right.
yeah, I'd walk to work and visit Pamela.
Okay. You have like 2 appointments with patients today. She appears to be pretty like, from what you can tell, she's been there pretty late last night. She looks a little bit tired. She's got bags under her eyes. And she from what it looks like, there's a lot of excess paperwork that's on her desk that she's been trying to catch up on.
Pamela, you don't seem to be taking enough rest. There are symptoms of tiredness around your eyes.
Yes, I was falling behind a little bit on some of this papers, and yeah.
Perhaps too much time reading those romance novels.
Maybe, yeah. I only really read them during my breaks. I take short breaks though, Dr. Shaw. I just
know that I am not overly watchful of your tasks and performance. You do a good job, and I am grateful for that, but do not do it at the detriment of your own health. What will patients think if they come in and see you looking ill?
Yes, that's true. I'll take some more time to rest, I think.
That would be appreciated.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
So who are my patients for today?
Well, let's see. Mrs. Burrows, she's coming back again. She says she has a pain in her abdomen, and she was kind of going off on me on the phone, so I just scheduled her in today. She's late again, so anyway, and Mr. Cooper is coming back after for his follow-up visit, so it should be a relatively quick time.
Yep. Excellent. Do you have Rosenberg's number?
Rosenberg?
The watchmaker.
Sorry, I don't.
Oh,
I don't, but I can get it for you if you.
Excellent. Do me a favor and message him to see if he would like to take some lunch at some time.
Okay. Lunch? Wow. Okay, I can do that.
It is a matter of professionalism, Pamela.
I understand. Oh, did you think about the RSVP for the gala anymore?
I did. I think perhaps I shall attend. There has been some new information that has come my way, which would make it quite the interesting event.
Okay. Do you want me to RSVP then for you?
Yes, I suppose you should. That would be best.
Okay. They allow guests if you want to bring Mr. Rosenberg or something. Plus ones.
I'll think on it, Pamela. It might be better to have someone who can take reasonable notes.
Okay. Okay. I'll get you Mr. Rosenberg's phone number. And do you want me to call him and arrange for a lunch, or would you like to do that yourself?
That would be ideal. You know, I hate communication technology.
Okay. I can do that. Okay. Well, I'll get right on that then, I guess.
Excellent. and he'll make his way into his office and start looking through the paperwork for his first appointment.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see. Right now, what is happening with Lena? She spent some time at work. Is there anything else that she does, or does anybody contact one another? I'll put that out there for everybody.
Yeah, I would probably waiting for him.
Yeah, and Shiyu eventually shows up sort of in the early afternoon.
Okay.
At the Mist.
Okay. So I guess Shiyu shows up. Do you message anybody else, or is it just like, obviously Dr. Shaw's not responding right off the bat, but
yeah, I mean, I think Shiyu gets in touch with everyone. He sends a message over the group chat. Hey, heading over the Mist, meeting up around 1. Come if you want.
Okay.
And maybe leaves a message with Pamela.
Okay. Yeah, Pamela relays the invitation to Dr. Shaw, and then returns back to her desk, prepping for your next appointment at this point. So
we've already had the first appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I've already asked for a progress check on the Rosenberg thing.
Yeah, she's gotten you the information and said that she left a message Rosenberg didn't pick up.
Very well. Goes back to get ready for the next patient, get it done and get out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounds good. So who else is going to is everybody going to the coffee shop?
Yeah, Jack will probably be a bit late, but...
Of course. Okay, let's transition to our scene at the coffee shop and go from there.
Shiyu, did you find anything else? Were you followed? And about 1-ish, the coffee shop slows down, so there aren't a lot of people there.
No, I don't. I haven't. I put out some feelers this morning. I haven't come back on anything. I mean, I just found out that more so that Rosenberg's a really not good guy to be around. Other than that, not really, no.
Okay, how'd you find this out?
I went back to the bar last night.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh. And Lena feels kind of inside. She feels kind of butthurt because she didn't get an invite. Okay. She plays it off well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I really want to figure out this whole, well, for me, flower guy thing. Like, I really want to know what that does. And like, I figured go there, I'd ask a few questions, maybe, figure out sort of that situation. Yeah, and Jack had the same idea. So we did a little asking around. Yeah. I think he turned the club into a rave. I don't know, things got a little weird at the club after we showed up.
Wait, what? Is his superpower to make parties or something?
I guess.
Isn't he like a really old guy?
Getting like high or whatnot.
Oh.
So I don't know if he got everyone else drunk and high too, But we didn't have a lot of luck, unfortunately. Didn't seem like there was any new information there anyway. But yeah. And in Shiu's mind, the reason he didn't ask Lena is because he's like, oh yeah, she was like freaked out by the whole thing, and I don't want to, I didn't want to put her through that again.
Whatever. Excuses. Maybe she wanted to party to get her mind off it. Or she probably would have said no, because maybe people following her.
Dr. Shaw will arrive at 1 p.m. precisely.
Perfect. Dr. Shaw, did you find anything out last night?
No, nothing. Went to bed, got me 8 hours rest, like every night.
Okay, well, you got a really weird letter. You didn't get anything, right?
Yeah, I brought it with me, and I would have brought sort of the leather with me, and I'd set it out, and it said, leave it alone.
It would seem someone wants to ward you off of whatever it is you're investigating.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can... I mean, it was just left underneath my door. So clearly, whoever it is, they know where I live. They've been following at least me, but they might have been following you guys too.
As always, Theo, I have a spare room if you need a safe space to stay.
Yeah, I will remember the offer, and I will let you know if I do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think Jack shows up about now,
So-
maybe like 10 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you feeling there, Jackie boy?
Good, yeah. No, I just had a great set with my body. Like worked off all that everything last night. I stayed actually just to check out how everything went.
Yeah, you said you were staying.
It was
I'm amazed you're
nuts.
functional.
Drugs are awesome.
Is
Okay,
Drugs are not
maybe
awesome.
not the moral of the story, but okay. I mean,
Jack
be
showing
careful.
like signs of drug abuse? Like dilated pupils, all that sort of stuff, perhaps blotchy skin, anything like that?
No.
When you like get out the air, like all the effects of the drugs are gone. So it instantly goes from like, yeah, you do it into like,
Yeah. So on that note, what was the identity for that theme? What did it say? Is that the one, my body is a temple?
yeah, my body is a temple.
So I wanted to kind of explain this before we wrapped up for the with story is because you marked crack 3 times on there, you actually lose that theme. You're going to mark a buildup on your character sheet, and we're going to replace it offline with what's called a nascent theme, which is the opposing sign of whatever you lost. So you're going to actually gain a mythos, but it's only going to have 1 power tag at the beginning.
Okay.
So 1 power tag, 1 weakness. So basically what's happened at this point in the game or for mechanics perspective is your mythos is powering through your human identity and is trying to take over. So that's how that process works.
I can beat an
so-
old man, it's fine.
I don't know. Your gymnast body says otherwise.
Yeah, and also this guy is a dick.
So that we'll deal with that after the fact. But Jack, actually, you with this, we're gonna work it into the story, this transition, obviously.
Okay.
So it's not just all like, oh, it's just changed, whatever. As part of that, I'm gonna kind of start us off with, as you are there, kind of explaining this experience that you have. I'm actually gonna put into this scene here a flashback for you. And this is not a flashback that you've had in your current life. This is something you've experienced long, long ago. And so I guess what's going to happen is, this is a not traditional use of flashback, but for story purposes, I kind of wanted to narrate this for you guys. as you're kind of sitting there discussing things and you're having this moment of realization, like it feels different this time around. Like waking up felt different this time around. And you have that moment where you're kind of staring blankly as everyone's talking around the table, and you see a very, very old place. Like we're talking the early 1800s, and there's this walkway that you're going down, and you continue down the path. This is nighttime. The space around you is very humid and foggy, and you continue walking as you hear a strange growling not too far from you, and you have the strange feeling like someone is following you. And as you continue to move forward, you pause for a moment as the growling kind of intensifies, like it's getting closer. And from behind you, as you kind of turn to look to notice that somebody is there, out steps a creature of demonic appearance with large horns that kind of come out from it, and it's got these almost like a fiery aura around it, as smoke is literally rising from its body, and it takes its claw and goes to grab at you. And that's where we're going to end our episode today. You're welcome.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh dear.
All right,
That's
so
not creepy at all.
that was episode 5. Hope you guys enjoyed your
background music right now.
Yes.
Mhm.
It was wonderful. So yeah, episode 5 is City of Mist, the Larkspur sequence. I guess we're going to go a quick round table and do our cast outros. And let's go ahead and start with Anna.
Hello, I had a great time today. I loved seeing the shenanigans that happened between Jack and Shiyu. You guys are the worst detectives ever, and I love that. But you guys can find me online on Twitch as Cyborg Pizza, and on Thursdays I'm here in the morning, or morning for me, and then later on at 6 p.m. Central, I'm on WebDM over on their channel. So in a couple of hours for some D&D. And also, I'm part of Wonder Quest. It's a Dungeons and Dragons 5e actual play podcast. Actually part of the Encounter Roleplay Network. And yes, I think that's it. Or Twitter, and a photo. Whatever you want.
Awesome. Okay. Our Shiyu player, because I'm not going to remember how to pronounce it.
Imperator.
Guys, I'm going to get it one day. Imperator.
Oh man. No, so I am Imperator Pengu online, or Imperator Penguin, depending on where you are. My Twitter is Imperator Pengu, which is below me. On this one, it is below me. If you follow me there, I do some variety gaming streaming here on Twitch. I also do some Dur stuff. I am a cast member on the Undersided podcast, 5e actual play. So yeah, follow me on Twitter to see what I'm up to. I always make announcements about stuff. But yeah, I had a great session. I love the Jack and Shiyu Dumb and Dumber going on here. We're way out of our depths here. We're like, yeah, this whole investigating thing, that's not really our jobs. She is good at helping people out, but not investigating. Not being suspicious of people. But yeah, and as always, the sessions go by way too fast, and I look forward to next week.
Fantastic. Thank you. All right, Scraticus.
Oh, hi! I absolutely loved that session. That whole scene with Shaw in like the mob base, whatever. I swear in favor. It was great. I loved it. It was good fun. I'm Scrackers. I play lots of D&D, like everyday D&D. Come and check out my channel. I'll stick it in the chat with a Twitter link and some other stuff. Yeah, check it out. It's cool.
Fantastic. And of course, last but not least, Sheepy.
Hey guys, I'm Sheepdog. As always, I'd like a couple more hours with this, but you know, that's what we get. next week, some interesting things because yeah, that ending. Thank you for that meta.
You're very welcome.
And I love interacting with CU. It is so much fun, dude. It's such a good job. Like, great character. For me, I do Twitch stuff. I do daily YouTube videos, way too many. Check out my YouTube if you want to see them. Tomorrow, I'm GMing Dark Heresy, which is on MetaMansion's channel. It's gonna get interesting. We've got some Chaos stuff coming up, probably. Chaos Space Marines, Dark Angel, Fallen, all that kind of stuff. So if you like that stuff, check it out.
Yes. Very good. Awesome. And I am Metamancer, obviously the GM for the City of Mist here. I also do tons of tabletop on my channel and others, as well as general roleplay. So tonight, I'm also going to be doing another City of Mist campaign where I will be actually playing, not GMing. And that's on Not So Speedrun's channel. And then tomorrow is my channel where we do the Dark Heresy campaign that Sheepy runs. On Sunday, I run another campaign for Call of Cthulhu on my channel, and it's getting crazy as always. Then on Tuesday, I'm doing D&D 5ed on May Gaming's channel, and it's a homebrew campaign. And that's pretty much it for my week. Obviously, back here on Thursday. So hopefully, you guys get a chance to come out and hang out. But thank you always. And I really enjoyed Shaw's scene. And obviously, you and Jack are just ridiculous. So yeah, they're really the worst investigators ever, pretty much. Yeah, I got a lot of non-player characters that you guys can meet, so I'm really interested to see where your investigation leads you. Anatoly is definitely going to be interesting for the campaign, so I'm very curious to see how Shaw handles all of that. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoy whatever comes next. I don't know if are they doing another show tonight? Or is it just
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's
So stick around.
Trials of Ball, a 5e viewer game tonight in half an hour or so.
Yeah, so stick around. In about 30 minutes, they'll start up that game. All right. I guess I'm not gonna do the will thing, but good luck with your rolls. Don't miss, something nat ones. I don't know how his spiel goes, but it's great. So have fun, guys.
Thanks so much for watching. Try not to roll any nat ones because we want to be there laughing when you do.
That's the one.
Goodbye, everybody.